Happy Sunday, people. Happy Sunday. It's your girl, Beautiful Resilient Goddess. I am beautiful, and you know I am that girl, Resilient. Hey, guys. I hope y'all out there having a beautiful Sunday. It is a beautiful day out there. Hopefully, you guys are out there enjoying it. Hopefully, you guys got some little, word up in you today. Prayer, church, however you serve, however you worship. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come in and I have a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. Some things that are going on, some topics that are going on that we definitely, it's time for us to, well, it's been time for us to hit on, because if we have not realized, baby, the devil is after our children. He is after the next generation. He is after these children, the purity of these children. And while there are so many topics that we can speak on pertaining to children, I want to, and we all know with some things, it starts in the household, okay? Some things that we need to educate our children on, some things that we need to teach our children, right from wrong when it comes to sexuality. And things that's not supposed to happen, things that are normal and things that are not normal, right? We know that in our community, we have this saying, what goes on in our house stays in our house. And I think that definitely needs to change. It needs to change when it comes to certain things. Yes, our business is our business. But mothers, nieces, uncles, everybody, dad, it doesn't matter who. Teach our kids that when they are violated, they need to speak up. And I know so many kids are put in a place where they're either scared, they're intimidated, because of course we're also taught to, respect our elders, and adults are adults. But we want to teach our kids today that even when they're put in that position, and most people, they do tell their parents, they do tell an aunt or uncle, or they do tell just someone in the family. And if something is not done to protect that child immediately, you need to teach that child to go to a teacher, a counselor, someone outside that home, and let them know what's going on with them. It's time out for that. What goes on in my house, stay in my house. We teach and I saw what triggered this today is I was watching a sermon, an elder got up and gave her testimony, and she was like, she had been violated from a young age all the way up maybe to her teenage years. And she went on to say, yes, our story, that doesn't stop us. We keep going. And of course, we don't make the story, we don't allow the story to become our identity. We walk on and keep going into glory, letting the devil know, hey, even though this happened, you couldn't stop me. See, because God has a purpose and a plan for my life. And he will throw everything in your life. He will throw, it'll be so much stuff thrown, so many hurdles, so many mountains, and that's life. We face those things, right? But only if we keep God first, only if we put him in the forefront. And, and that's another thing. Some kids are not taught that. Everybody don't go to church. And, we don't judge. We can't judge that situation. These babies, and so what I'm saying is, what about the ones that don't know, hey, God is telling us to keep, moving forward. If that's not internalized, if that's not taught, because maybe the parent don't go to church. So the mother or the father don't know that, hey, I have victory in God. I have victory, in pressing forward. I have victory. It is so many things that can go wrong in that situation just because people don't. And I'm not saying that it's not right or wrong to go to church. But what I'm saying is we have to be open-minded that everybody does not have the same opportunities. Everybody's story is not the same. Everybody's grieving stage is not the same, right? But how do we get to the root of the issue? How do we get to the root of the issue? How do we get to, because it almost seems like it always falls on the women. It always falls on the girls. Oh, she's too fast. Look at what she's wearing. Oh, what did she say to him? What was the conversation? No. How about we teach our sons as well that no means no? You can't touch a girl if she don't want to be touched. Even if you're not, it's just, we need to teach both the women and the boys, the young girls and the boys. It is so much stuff that goes into this conversation. And while I appreciate, because that's exactly where I am with that elder story, I didn't let that stop me. Even though I went through life getting into situations, getting into relationships, because unbeknownst to me, I was looking for love in the wrong places. I looked at love in a different light. And it was just only because of what had happened and what I was taught. And, you know, and then even with that, when you know that what you've been taught and what you've experienced and what you've internalized from being taught and coming up, you have to, you know, they say we do better. When you learn better, you do better. You know, when you learn better, when you know better, you do better. It doesn't matter how, you know, you were taught or whatever the case may be, or whatever you may have seen, you know, it does not matter. When you know it is not right, hey, that's when you turn it around. First of all, you pray and ask God for forgiveness, repent genuinely, and then make a change and change behavior. But we as a community have to find a way to try to nip this in the bud. Y'all, the devil is after these children's purity. If y'all have not seen this all the way up to the White House, they're not doing these kids for nothing. It is the purity. It is their pure energy. It is the pure energy. And it's called energy harvesting. It is the energy transfer from these children. So it's time to teach our daughters. You gotta speak up. And I'm speaking from experience. You know, I went through things as well, and I told the right people that I was supposed to tell, but in my eyesight, things didn't happen immediately. Like I wasn't pulled out of the situation immediately. I was not believed, and they said that I didn't want to be disciplined or whatever the case may be, and that's neither here nor there. It's just my mistake I made was not going to someone outside of the house. I went to my friends. You know, went to cousins or whatever, but that wasn't someone that could actually do something about it. So y'all, we have to teach them better. We do, yes. And I don't like this thing, what goes on in our house, stay in the house, because it has gotten so, this is where all the stuff is being covered up. These kids are afraid to go out and speak about the things that's going on because they're intimidated. Someone has put fear in their heart. And not even fear, they think that's how every family is, and it's not. They're keeping secrets, the family secrets. They're going to come out eventually. Trust me. I know. They're going to come out. They're going to come out. So I think we need to focus. We need to get to the root of the cause and try to fix things. Let these kids know. And the big thing that's going on in these schools right now, we see everywhere, is videotaping females without their permission. And as an adult, I know because I've went through it. Whatever. I'm not even gonna go there, but y'all know. But yes, you have to teach these boys that it's not okay. It is not okay to violate a girl's privacy, even in her intimate moment with you. If she is not giving you permission to do that, then that's you're going to jail. That's a violation of her privacy, and it's abuse. We have to teach these kids at a young age. I know we wanted to wait until they got to a certain age, you know, to teach them certain things, teach them, y'all, we got to start early. It's time out for just waiting, because it's a lot of stuff going on in this, and I would say in this day and time, but y'all, I think this stuff has been going on for centuries, and it's just being brought to light. And another thing, this human and sex trafficking. Ladies, we need to talk to our girls, our women, because let me tell you, even men, we have to talk to our daughters. There are people, and I'm not going to say people, I'm going to say these are spirits, because they see the light within your children. Some of these people see their potential. Okay, they see what's in them. Some of these people be doing them little readings on people, and they see their future, and they know what those kids have instilled with them. They know what their life is going to be like. And you have some envious, evil, jealous, bitter people that try to detour, those kids off their path, because it's like, why couldn't that be me? Or why they could, and they really think like that instead of changing their lives and doing something with themselves. Everybody has an opportunity to do something with their lives. You don't have to take from someone else or try to dim someone else's light to make yours shine. We have to teach our children that as well. But listen, there are people out here that are dating. They are dating just to take from you. And it's not even all about money, guys. It's not about money. They want your spirit. They want your aura. They want your energy. Because some people you can get around, and let me tell you something, the light that is within them can heal. It can, not saying that we are God and we can heal them, but it will give them a drive and a push to make them just want to elevate and excel to crazy levels. You understand? It is people out there just being in their presence heals your spirit, heals your heart, and there are also others out there that know that and they want to take that. They get in these relationships. They love bomb you in the beginning, and then they know that these people that they're with are such empaths, and they're going to want to love you so hard that they look over all the things that they're doing wrong just to make it right. So we make a mistake of staying in things. Well, I know I've made the mistake of staying in things knowing that I wasn't supposed to be in because of the way that I was being treated. But being an empath and saying, hey, let me try to allow this person to find themselves. No, that person knows exactly what they're doing. They want your energy. They want your light. Some people are going after your destiny. It is your destiny and assignment that is attached to you. Y'all, I know everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. And when I look back over my life and think about the people that I chose, the people that I dealt with, the reason why I got into it, all of it stems back to my childhood and what the things that, the things that happened, the things that was allowed, and the things that I kept in my mind to think that, hey, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how I'm supposed to go about. This is the abuse and the stuff that I'm supposed to take because this is love. And y'all, it's not. And I'm talking about experience today. We got to teach our kids. Y'all, we got to get them young and teach them what's right and wrong when it comes to our bodies. When it comes to, because we do. We go so long thinking things are okay, and we go out there looking for love in the wrong places. Staying in situations that knowing God, it didn't even tell us to go get in. Of course, at that time, I wasn't like into, religion and spirituality to discern, go to God about everything. Go to God about their relation. And it doesn't matter how small things are. We need to go to God about everything. And when I say that, I mean go to God in prayer. Pray, fast on it, and wait till you get an answer. Don't just jump into something, because it is so many things that I feel that I could have, so many things that I just didn't have to go through because I didn't get his approval. I didn't go to him about it. It's so many things that it could have been avoided. But I wanted to do things on my own. I didn't know to just go to God, even though I was raised as a PK. Yeah, I'm a preacher's kid. But I didn't, I just didn't know to go to God about, certain things. I thought most things we just supposed to live and just go through and just, y'all, we have to, it's too deep right now. People are really out here human trafficking our girls. Yeah. And I'm going to also speak on another thing. I was in a relationship for some years. And we never gave it a title with this man stayed in my house. I even moved him in at one point. And, he took trips with me and my kids. And he was we were doing everything that people were in a relationship. It was perfect. Later to find out this man was paid to be around me. Yeah. I'm still actually, just trying to deal with that today, because I don't believe people will be around you and act like they love you, and y'all, people will put on, they some good actors, y'all. And again, that's still my fault, because I should have went to God. He was giving me signs the whole time, y'all. I sit back, he was giving me signs. He was giving me signs, and that just was not it. But me, I'm telling you, the people that are empaths, they just want to. We think we can change the world. We think if we just show them enough love, they can change. It's not that, y'all. It doesn't matter how much love you give a person. It doesn't matter how much money, materialistic things. If that person if they have an agenda, If their heart is set on something, that's just what it is, especially if they're not in a spiritual relationship or have a spiritual connection with God either. Because I truly believe that a person that has a spiritual connection with God, they're going to see what's in front of them. They're going to see what's in front of them, and they're going to see the God that was God sent. And they're going to make it work. But then again, like I said, everybody is not like that, guys. Everybody's not like that. And yeah, so you actually have people out here that are dating just to get something out of you. You also have people that are dating to, and this is not to fearmonger, but this is the truth. Everybody see it. It's happening every single day. You have so many people on threads talking about it. You have people that are dating and they come and they put these cameras inside your houses, and then they watch you take off your clothes, and then they're selling your stuff on the black web in other countries, in other places, and they're making money off of you. You know, so it's wicked out here right now, y'all. It's wicked. And unless you have a spirit of discernment, unless you are going to God about every situation, every person, every friendship, every partnership, there's no way around it right now without doing that, because it seems like everyone has an agenda. And right now, the money, and we all know the love of it, not the money, but the love of it is the root of all evil. And people are doing some evil things, even to their own relatives, to get $1. They're doing some evil things. And it's bottom line human trafficking. If you're doing things, setting up cameras, putting people in relationships with people just to get money off of them, you are human trafficking. You are sex trafficking that individual. And y'all, I have to believe, I'm telling you guys, it starts at home. It starts at home. It starts with us teaching these kids at a young age. We have to instill in them what real love is. We have to instill in them to speak up. And even when they speak up and they're not being heard, to go out and venture and tell someone else so that it can be handled, so that the proper steps can be taken or whatever. So, no, and let me also throw now, and I'm talking about my situation. Well, someone did try to take me to a counselor, but it was years and years after it happened. And I think the intent of why that person was trying to take him was to hurt that individual, because that individual had moved on. And I was about to graduate. I was like, I'm out of here, baby. I was on my way to Atlanta. I was modeling. I was just good. I was in a good, everything went perfect, but I was good. I was on my way out the door. I'm like, no, y'all not about to be pulling me back out of school, coming back here with this foolishness when it should have been taken care of when it was actively going on. So, yeah, I didn't do that. I wanted no parts, and I took no parts. So, we need to handle things when they happen. We need to love on our kids. We need to pay attention to our kids. We also need to believe our kids. When our kids come and tell us something, y'all gotta believe them babies. Believe them. And yeah, y'all know we got one or two people out here that we got some bitter women and some bitter men that have to coach the kids to lie, to say something, and that makes it so hard. It makes it so hard for the kids and the women and the boys that are actually telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta stop doing that too. It's just not you. It's gonna come back on you. Stop lying on people. Stop lying. Stop having these children lie. Stop it. You reap what you sow. Karma is gonna come back one way or another. Don't put that on them babies. Don't put that on that child. That's because what you also don't know, that's gonna be traumatizing that child as well. Please believe that. Don't do that to your child. Don't do that. And even if it's not your child, don't do that, y'all. Y'all making this hard out here for other people that's telling the truth. It really is, y'all. We got a pandemic going on. Do y'all not see? Not a pandemic, but an epidemic. Y'all, these people are human. And everybody's going around like it's normal. Times have gotten so bad that y'all have to violate your family, violate your enemies. Some of this stuff I wouldn't even do to my enemy. I just wouldn't. Y'all out here human trafficking and sex trafficking people to make a living because you couldn't do something with your own life. And then when some people get older and they speak up about it, you want to ruin them and just go out here and make all these AI fake porn videos. And yes, I'm speaking on myself. You know, I hear about the videos, but I haven't seen it. And it's only because these people cannot do something with their own life. You cannot move on in grace. You cannot move on with whatever it is going on up in your head. I don't know, but it's not right. Nobody convinced me that you're stable-minded and you're okay. The very things that you're saying about your and I'm not going to say a victim because I'm nobody's victim. Maybe I'm a victor in everything that life throws at me. Hello? But the people that you're targeting, everything that you're accusing them of, that is just, baby, you're just telling on yourself. Those are the things that you're doing. Those are the things that you're doing. I need y'all to get it together. Y'all, we got to get it together for these babies and for the next generation. It is an epidemic of these babies going through all this crazy stuff. And I have to believe that it's something that we can do at home to stop this. We have to catch it. We have to see it with these boys. Let these boys know that it's not okay. When a girl says no, no means no. And you don't get to just go in her house and put cameras in there just so you can watch her. How do y'all think these spirits are formed? Do y'all think it just happened overnight? No, these people are watching. They're watching something that they can't get to. They're watching something they know they can't have. So it's building something up on the inside of them. It's building something that is demonic and sexual up on the inside of them. And they're going out there doing stuff to these. But y'all, it's time. It's time for us to do something. I'm not saying that I have the answers to everything, but I can. This is a subject that I know that I can speak on. Yes, I can speak on this subject today. Y'all, we got to help these babies. We got to fight for them. We got to fight for them. We have to fight for them. We have to teach them better. Teach them right from wrong when it comes to this sexuality of people touching their bodies. People doing, y'all, it's a lot. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. But I am such, when it comes to kids and elderly people, I feel like I don't know why. It's just like I have to protect them. It's just a protecting, I don't know. But it is all of our jobs. It is all of our jobs to protect the people, protect the vulnerable. People that can't fight for themselves, people that can't speak up for themselves, we have to speak up and fight for them. That is what community is all about. No, we're not minding our business. Minding our business, and even though it's biblical, I'm pretty sure that's not what he meant. We mind our business at the wrong things. See, people want to mind their business now while all this stuff is happening to these children. Like nobody's in this world is untouchable. Okay, nobody. We have to nip this in the bud, guys. Do y'all not see how bad it is right now? We're in a whole World War III because the president has been allegedly raping kids. No, let's take allegedly. Raping kids. And they got this whole island where they molest children. And they don't want to get in trouble or go to jail about it. He's willing to put our whole country in jeopardy. Can't y'all see? Are y'all not seeing come on. These people are human trafficking and sex trafficking children and adults. But let me tell you, I am here and want to sit here and tell you that y'all might want to be careful with that, because what goes around comes around. God don't play about his children. God don't play about his chosen seeds. He don't play about his earth angels. He don't pray about his prophetess. He don't pray about his prophets. He don't pray about his seers. He don't pray about his golden children. These are people, his chosen seeds. He's not playing. Every dime you get, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose more than you gained. Do right by people in real life, not just on the internet or not just verbally. Do right by people in real life. If you do good, good will come to you. Yes, I'm not saying bad things don't sometimes happen. But we all know that we get tested sometimes. Our character and our heart get tested sometimes. And that's when we have to pass the test. To show others that you can get through it. You can pass it. Yeah, y'all, it's time, y'all. It is time for us to talk to these babies at an age younger than we've been doing. We gotta love on these girls and these boys. Let them know that they don't have to go out there looking for love in the wrong places. Yes, we do. We have to teach them what real love is. And unfortunately, a lot of people have grown up and they don't even know what love is because they've never been getting real love. So they don't know. So I asked, where are we supposed to learn it? Some people say, oh, go to church, learn to church. But some people hurt came from the church. Some people, abuse came out the church. Some people, and not all people, but some. So for those, where do you find the love? Who teaches the love? Some people say there's just something that's just supposed to happen in your heart, but not everybody. Some people they don't grow up in a loving environment. They don't know what love looks like. Y'all, it is time for us, and this is communities, this is the church, homes, schools, the educators. And I know that they're not responsibility to raise, but I know a lot of educators that have shown so many kids love, that the kids love them, love to show up to them. It's the love, y'all. It's time to love again. Abusing someone's child and daughter and brother and sister is not loving your neighbor. It is not loving people in the community. It is not love, guys. It is time to love again. It is time to love again, y'all. It's okay. I'm going to cut it right because it's so much stuff, y'all. It's so much stuff that I want to talk about. It's so much stuff I want to get into when it pertains to these children, pertains to us, just even adults. We're supposed to be watching out for these children. We're supposed to be protecting these children. And I just feel like we're letting them down in a lot of areas. And I said we. I'm not pointing no fingers on that. I said we. We are. But anyway, I got some food on this stove, y'all. I got me some collard greens today, even though I miss cooking because I always cook for my babies. But yeah, I'm about to go down here and finish cooking, and I pray that y'all have an amazing day. Today may be a good day to talk to your kids. Yeah, it's Sunday. I'm talking about after church, after everybody that got full with their Sunday dinner. Sit down and have family talk with your kids. Sit down and talk to them about love and what they think love is. When it pertains to family, their friends. Everybody talk, y'all. It's time to have family conversations again. Sit down and let's talk about this. We really need to know what these babies are thinking. We really need to know what these children are experiencing. Some of these kids, then another thing. Sometimes it don't even be the experiences at home. They can experience something at school or anywhere. Talk to these babies. Let's talk to them. Even though I know when they get to be teenagers, they don't want to tell you, they don't want to talk about nothing. Matter of fact, they probably won't even answer the phone sometimes. These teenagers, they're still next generation. Baby, you can be paying their cell phone and they'll put their phone on silent. Yeah, they something interesting. Trust me, I know all about it. But anyway, I love y'all family. And I know some of y'all love me because y'all keeping me up. And I'm keeping y'all up. Anyway, y'all have an amazing Sunday. Be blessed. Be strong. And as I always say, y'all, stay resilient. And love each other, y'all. Love each other a little bit better out there today. All right, peace.